What is going on, everyone? Bo here, and that is a picture of David Bowie. Still, I don't know why. I think I forgot to change it. But we're in fact drawing Ghost in the Shell. I'll do like a Scarlett Johansson portrait. I'll show you. Let me see here. Get rid of that. So I have this reference pulled up here, and that's what we're gonna be working from. Let me adjust my seat. Grab my drink here. All right. I'm gonna wait to see if anybody joins in here before we begin. Actually, while we're waiting, let's take a look at this real quick. I don't know if I want to work with black and white or that might go the quickest. I think that's going to give us the quickest results. So let's do that. Let's start with kind of a looks like it's around there. So let's start around there, and it's probably going to be a bad idea because it's going to fill with very similar color. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Looks like it still has some of my old chat set up. What is that? Can I get rid of that? No. Maybe, let me test it here. Hello. Hope that works. I haven't done this in like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining in. And feel free to ask any questions or chat or hang out. We're just going to have a good time here. And let's see, where do I want to start here? Portrait, so let's get a value here. Let me get this white. I like to have that white for some reason. Looks like she's going to be right around there-ish, kind of. And how's this brush? I don't know if I want to use that one. Let me see, do I want to use this one? It's kind of smoother. 40%, we'll try that, why not? You know what, no, I'm going to go to this one. This kind of has like a painted texture kind of feel to it, I like that. Okay. So, that's not going to work. Right now, we're just going to get something on the canvas. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know how this is going to go. It's been a while since I've done a portrait. And, you know, it's a little bit too bright, but we can adjust value later. It's not a big deal. Right now, we're just worried about blocking in those shapes, so that's pretty close. Check up on our chat. Yeah, hopefully this chat box works. I don't know why it's still showing someone from like last time. Slow mode. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, sorry. So, for me, it's just easier to get a good read on the silhouette here. So, we kind of start from there. My dog's already barking at something. And then you can kind of refine later, but this gives a good starting point. Otherwise, you'll just kind of stare at the canvas. Good God. Let's see the lips. Kind of do like here. Let me get a good eraser here. There we go. So let's analyze the lips here. So they're gonna drop down. They pooch out a little bit. It's too much. It's kind of got a weird shape on this brush. Kind of hard to get precise movement. That should work. And then dips down. Her chin begins right there. Yep. Something like that. All right. And then I don't want to go all the way black here. We'll go pretty close. So we can kind of start filling in some of these harsh brush strokes here. These harsh colors actually will go a little bit darker than that. I don't really want to go all the way black. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. This is kind of unexpected that I would have time to do this. Why does that look so green? It looks really, really green. I guess it's because of the this gray back here. Oh, you know what? Rookie mistake here. I gotta give her the rest of her face first before I like start adding hair down there. Hey, another watcher. How's it going? Thanks for joining in. Feel free to crack open a beer and pick up your pencil and or stylus or pen or paints or whatever and join in. Yeah. Actually, speaking of beer, I'm going to take a swig here. Okay. So her neck's around there. Yeah. She kind of has a long neck, actually, like a giraffe. And again, you're not going for 100% accuracy at this point in time. Um, it's all about figuring out um, just kind of getting something like placeholders, and then you can adjust them later. So it's gonna look kind of silly at first, you know. I might go all the way black here, and then I can fill in some light areas later. That's kind of a no-no. Yeah, I don't know. I changed my mind, but I want it pretty close. There we go. It just looks too green for me. I don't know. Maybe it's my monitor. Hang on, let me adjust my headset. Got a lot of energy tonight. And then her like head does like one of these things right here. A circle. Let's scoot that over. Get out of the way. All right. That's already kind of funky shaped. Tell you what, let me tilt it a little bit. There we go. That's probably because my tablet gets tilted and then my hand gets tilted and then I just start drawing sideways. I think that's what that's from. So that's like her neckline, and then it's like up and out, but it's not that far out, so I'll have to make an adjustment. Oh yeah, see? That's just the way it goes. Alright, so you know, yeah, sure. Something like that for now. And that gives us kind of a starting point for values because how these come together are by values. By the way, if you don't ever watch me live, I like to talk between the chat just to check. I don't have a second monitor, and even if I did, it's a nice break on the eyes. So something like that. Okay, so right away we're going to start plugging in some of these other values. So we're going to go low opacity at first, and we'll work our way, as needed. Let's see here. And this is when you're going to start seeing like the dimension and stuff. This might not even turn out. I don't know. I don't really have um, a lot of time to spend on this tonight, so I probably won't be able to finish it. I just wanted to draw. So, yeah. Let's see here. Her lips are going to... Let's go ahead and kind of get some kind of shape in for these because... Oops. Too fat. And then, yeah, just something like that. I mean, just so we know. I know this looks really, really bad right now, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Okay. Oh, hell. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. It's quiet. No questions? No? All right, more beer. So, we can go ahead and give the indication that she actually has an eyeball. That'd probably be nice, huh? So, um, eyebrow, let's go ahead and start it right around there. This can all be changed later if we need to. And there's some other changes too that we're going to need to make. Let's see. There we go. And what are we at? You know, I haven't really drank while doing art before, so this might be interesting. Okay, so let's see here. It looks like Bruce Lee right now, to be honest with you. It's just like sometimes it takes so long for you to be able to feel um, good with, you know, a piece that you're doing or something. It takes a little bit of time. All right, rest real quick. I don't know why this is doing that. Can I get rid of that? I don't want to do that. Can I just remove? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it's like an OCD thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little weird. All right. More values. Good lord, this is not really coming together immediately. I mean, that's kind of what it's about. It's not going to come together immediately, but, you know. And then she has an ear, believe it or not. Ladies and gentlemen, she does have an ear, and it's going to go around there-ish, and then, you know, as ears typically do, come up there, then, you know, right around there, yeah. This looks like crap. This looks like crap. I don't like it. Part of it's just that some features are weird when I sketched them out initially. It's a huge nose. She kind of does have a big nose, actually. Let's see here. And then, oops. I mean, it doesn't have like a, it's kind of a pronounced tip. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, something like that. But it's gonna come in a little bit more right here. There's actually a slight hump to it too. And then right here it does like this little good lord, what the hell. go. That's a little bit better. I can work around that at least. Okay. Um, I jump around too because I'll get really bored with just one part. Uh, Not really what I had in mind, folks. Not really what I had in mind. I'm gonna rename this like beer and art or something. I don't know. Hey Jasper, thanks for tuning in. The weather is chilly here in Texas. The weather is chilly. It's like 56 degrees, and uh, and it's making me. No, it's I can't blame it on the weather. It's just not going that as great as I thought it would. Let me get rid of that. Look, I like we can make her eat like a banana. Where's banana color? Oh, I don't know. Or an orange. Okay, whatever. I'm weird tonight. I'm weird. That's all in fun. Worse in Canada. It's freezing in Toronto. Oh, I bet. I bet. Is there like snow yet, or is that a little bit later? I bet it's cold. I've never been up that way. Oh, I'm so glad now I have somebody to talk to. I don't feel so lonely. All right. Readability here isn't too bad. So right off the bat, if we zoom out, and this is kind of what you look for in portraits and stuff, are of course the values are wrong. We still need to work on the values. There's a lot of work there. The nose is we can save this. Okay. Eye and eyebrow, some work to do there, but that's part of it. Let me stay zoomed out a little bit on that reference. And I'll come back to the chat here in just a second, I promise. Let me just actually get a little bit of art done. Actually, you know what? I need some white up in here. Canada. That is too white. That's actually a mistake. You're not really supposed to use, you know, total white. Some of my art buddies would get onto me for that. And really, that's what I'm not a big fan of line art or doing lines and stuff. These values are what ultimately will tie the painting together. Just getting your values right. So I don't know. That's just how I've always worked. One snowfall, man. Usually it's like it'll snow right around Christmas here in Texas. It has the past like 3 or 4 years, but other than that, I mean, not not a lot. Not a lot of snow we're seeing. I'm trying to think the last time it snowed. Actually, it might have been a couple of years ago. But last winter was really, really cold, actually. It was really cold here. But I also um, moved to, I have a house now, and it's a really old house. It was built like in the like 40s. So it's not insulated as great as it could be, you know. Getting these values going here, we can kind of see something that almost represents a human being. I'll be almost represents a human being right over there, right in this area. And we can This kind of needs to, let me see, is it her hair that needs to move? Well, that, or, yeah, okay. Sorry, I make weird sounds and talk to myself when I'm drawing. If you guys came from Zia's channel, um, then I don't really talk a lot. I let the master do all the talking. I do a lot of listening, but I like to talk whenever I draw. Okay. And let's get an eraser here and tackle that nose one more time. So this is kind of how you do it. This is how I do it, at least. I just go back and forth, and I'll jump around from a nose to an ear or to value, and, you know, keep myself from getting too bored. We'll save it as, we'll just call it Ghost. I'll save it on my desktop, that way I can have something else to clutter it. That way if I, you know. Oh, thanks, yeah. Appreciate that. You think the hair needs to be a little bit bigger on the front? Let me see. Let's test you out. You know what? I think you're right. I think, let's see. This is what, is it Jasper? I almost said Jasmine. Whoops, that's an eraser. Come out right there. That's what you're talking about. Kind of poofy. Yeah. And it's still, actually, that's a little bit too much of a poof right there. But yeah, the bangs, you were right on the money there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And that's why I jump between, you know, chat and the art, because I can come back to it and see all kinds of things that I fucked up. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So let's continue the values here. Let's go down to, I'm going to get pretty dark. Okay. Let's get pretty dark here. And let's start hitting that nose there. It gets pretty dark. You know, if you, sometimes on live streams, people are like, why don't you zoom in? Well, you know, you zoom in and you start working on like individual pixels and stuff, you know, and while it works for some, you might get frustrated like staying in one area, or you zoom out and then, you know, it looks too big or too small. I don't know. I just found that this is easier working in scale. And the scale's still off. I mean, you know, there's a lot of work to do here. Let's see here. I'm a pretty impatient artist, actually, which is not a good thing to be. Chin juts out too much in my piece here. What's going on? Oh, it's at 10% opacity. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, I like to keep it at around 100% opacity on pieces like this, because you get some sharp edges. Now, if you want some like painterly edges, you can like crank it down to like 40, and like when you erase, you get kind of this blurry effect, you know. So that's kind of nice for demonstrating paint strokes, but, and I'm not going to go for photorealism. I hate photorealistic art, so we're going to stray away from that. Yeah, let's go ahead and give her, you know what, hell, let's go ahead and give her some like shoulders and stuff like that too. Just think it might make things a little bit easier. Well, that's not a good idea because our background is a very similar color. Okay, so there we go, and we can fix this later. Yeah, ScarJo has a draft neck going on, huh? All right. So, you know, we have some similarities here. I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. Alrighty. Jasper, I don't, is this a screen name you usually go by? Because I don't recall seeing you on one of my live streams before. Of course, I don't live stream a lot. I've had a lot going on this week. Are you from Zia? I guess is what I'm asking. Too much there. Good lord, too much. I need to turn down the sensitivity on my pen stylus. Sorry, I got quiet. I get focused sometimes. All right, let's see here. Let's start blocking in some more shapes here, and we'll be able to work a little bit better. Something like that. Okay, now we're cooking. You're new. Well, thank you. Oh, what do I think about the new president? Thoughts? Oh man, it's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I mean, I didn't have a lot of thoughts about this presidential election. I think we were kind of screwed either or. But I'm not an unreasonable person, and when you boil it all down, you have no choice but to give that person a chance. So, let's hope, despite some of the bizarre rhetoric, that there are some good results. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's kind of how I handle stuff, if that makes any sense. What else can I do? Fire him? But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, I'm not really scared like a lot of people are. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I've inadvertently given her rim light on her head, so that'll have to be changed, you know. But I guess there are a lot of people really, really upset about the presidential election. It's like, it's, you know, something we've been doing forever. Nothing's changed, and that's the way the process goes. Better luck next time, I guess. It's really weird, though. I will say that it's very, very weird having a having Donald Trump as the president. It's very strange. I ought to draw Donald Trump. I ought to draw him like as like I don't know, a dinosaur or something. Like I don't know, eating the White House. I don't know. Fuck. I'm a weirdo. Okay, let's see here. Is that going to be too harsh for shadow right there? No, I think we can use that. What's that? That's a little weird spot right there. There it goes. Do you have art on your channel or a website we can check out? Do you participate in the YouTube art community, or are you just a spectator? Yeah, I'm gonna redo this ear. It was a little like kind of just do things as placeholders sometimes. That way I know. Like some people will do the here. Let me show you. Some people do the underlay. Whoop, and then and all that good stuff. Here's yeah. I don't even know. It's not even accurate what to do. And I've practiced that way before, but it's just easier if I think of let me show you how I do this in case anybody's even remotely interested on what my thought process is behind this is trying to break it up into shapes, bloop, and like well, it's not exactly a circle, but here's another triangle down here, and this I kind of thought of as a big oval, things like that. So I try to keep that in mind whenever I am replicating this. And, I don't, like I said, I don't like the photorealism because I don't, it's like, what's the point? I mean, if you're into that and you're an artist and you can do that, that's cool. It's not something that I'm really interested in trying because I kind of feel like at that point, it's like, just why not just get a camera and take a picture of, of something? Oh, I thought I had black selected. All right. But that's just my opinion. That's kind of interesting in this picture. The hair strain kind of emphasizes her chin. Probably wasn't a deliberate thing, but you never know. Here we go. All right. Back to Jasper. Draw the dude from the B movie and the kid from iCarly, Barry B. Benson, and Freddie Benson. I don't fucking know. I don't. Let me see who that is. Let's see. Here, can you see this? Oh man, I've never seen this movie. It's Jerry Seinfeld. I think I have seen that movie. I was thinking of the Ant movie with Nicolas Cage. Can I not draw Nicolas Cage instead? I think that would be pretty interesting as well. Maybe I should draw them battling each other. Okay, let's see here. Let's take off. Let's save here. See, I'm all over the place. Well, Jasper, if this is your first time tuning in, here, let me hook you up here. Let me show you. If you have, what's up, Marcelo? Welcome. Good to see you on a live stream. I know I'm doing it a little bit earlier. Marcelo is a very talented artist. If you go to Instagram, Jasper, there's my Instagram and it's got my artwork. And then I think is it, is that yours, Marcelo? Is it like that? You can write yours down there too. And I want everybody to share art. If you have like any kind of website, plug it in down there. Or if you, if the video goes off and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot, like let us know, comment and leave your website. I don't mind. As long as it's people that I've talked to before, I don't mind somebody like coming and plugging in their information. If it's just some guy that's like, come check out my channel and I've never even talked to him before, then oh look, there's Jasper right there. Here. That was quick. Here, Jasper, let me get you back. Ooh, Duck Labs too. Who's Duck Labs? Is Duck Labs watching? I like that name. Or Ducky Labs. Alright. Anyway. What's up, Marcelo? How's it going? See, I got Marcelo memorized. Marcelo actually won a giveaway on my channel, and I painted him a portrait. Although I kind of feel bad because I think I've improved just a tad, and he could have probably gotten a little bit better product, but maybe next time. Sorry, buddy. And now I'm kind of, I'm not like 100% satisfied with the nose, but it's getting there, and I'm kind of straightening it out. She does kind of have a bigger nose, I guess. All right. Back to this, and we are just smoothing out some of this stuff. God, I really don't want to do the lips. I'm scared to death. And her eyes got to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's see here. Where's the selection thingy? No, where is it? That's a quick selection. Where is it? Lasso tool. Here we go. Just like that. And then I'll do a Control T. And I'll make it a little bit bigger. I should have zoomed in a little bit. That actually worked out not too bad. Now it looks like she's wearing a monocle, which might be cool. Might be a cool decision. Okay. Why is this being so weird? What? Invalid thingy? Oh god, what did I do? Well, it's done now. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. let's go darker here. President Trump, yeah. Now you got me thinking about politics. Thanks, Jasper. Thanks a whole lot. I think I just gave her a black eye. It's alright. We'll come back and we'll detail this eye and give her, like, a proper eye. And okay, we'll give her a nostril. Give her one as well. Motoko. Caps lock. I like your Tokyo ghoul drawing. Yeah, Marcelo is ridiculous. Oh, what's up, El Genzita? Or what is it, Janitza? Am I saying that right? I didn't see you up there. Hello, welcome. Make sure I didn't skip anybody else. I'm so sorry. I was nostrils, that's why I didn't see you. Okay. So we'll give the indication that she can breathe here. She's been holding her breath this whole time, right? Something like that. The nose is a little too big. I might just control T it later and do a transform. Who knows? You never know what I'll do. How are we doing on time? 8:12 here in the States. We're doing okay. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I was a little bored and happen to have some free time, and I haven't been able to do a live stream. I love doing live streams. I'd rather do live streams than videos. So, pick today. I've got to get rid of this, like, bottom lip looks like a cash register. So it gave her quite the, like, underbite. Actually, let me see. Where am I going wrong? This pooches out more, doesn't it? It kind of pooches out, like... Here, let me zoom out. Oh, I have eraser on. Good lord. Okay, let's see here. So that kind of comes out like that. And then her other lip comes out like that. I think it's just because I had the top lip off. And then this part is like that. Yeah. Not too bad. Her nose is way too big. I'm aware. It is going. How about yourself? Janitza. That's a cool name. Expectations of the Ghost in the Shell movie? I'm terrified. I mean, from the trailer, it looks like it is staying pretty true to the story, but, you know, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna suck. I don't know. I mean, I tend to get like, I mean, I like the World of Warcraft movie, and that I'm pretty well aware of how terrible that was, but I just get so giddy and fanboyish over these things. You know, I get so excited that it's like it doesn't even matter to me. I'll go, and we also have these places called the Movie Tavern, and you can like go in and just like get tanked and like, you know, drink beer and eat nachos, and it's like going to a baseball game, and you get totally plastered, and it's probably why I enjoy some of these movies so much. No, I'm not. I'm actually not a heavy drinker. I just it does make movie going more fun though. It's kind of expensive, to be honest with you. Actually, that's what I'm doing tonight. It's probably why our nose is so huge, is because I keep drinking and then trying to do this. Man, I kind of feel like these values still aren't right on her cheek. They're definitely darker. And let's start doing that. And then what, you know, ladies and gentlemen, once you start doing these values, what you'll see is that it starts making everything happen, you know, kind of magically almost. And again, we have darker values on the nose, especially down here towards the, whatever this bulbous part is called, I always forget. And underneath. So we have the implication that light, if you kind of look at the reference here, you got light right there. You know, there's a big thing of light. And then her hair's kind of lit, so that tells us that light is coming from like blink right there, right? Because it's not going to be coming from like right there or right there. That doesn't make any sense. I talk to myself. I try to teach myself. Jasper, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you checking out the channel. And come back and see me soon. Yeah. Thanks for following on Instagram. I've got your back. I'm going to check out your work. I will leave you some love. Have a good night. What do you think, Marcelo? This nose, that's too big, isn't it? It needs to be shifted. Like, actually, this whole thing, I wonder if I can, here, let me see it before I start getting, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay, let's see here. So, like, if I take this, I think it's just like this area, actually, and I could probably, like, that's probably pretty close. Oh, instantly a ton better. Yeah. Now our lips need to be a little bit more protruding out there, but I think that's a lot better than where we were at just a minute ago. As far as likeness goes, yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. Mesh transformation to tweak it. Oh god, what the heck is that? Let's see. Mesh transformation. I'm gonna look it up. I know what brush and, and eraser is. Mesh transformation. Photoshop. Warp edges, shapes, paths. Sorry guys, I'm looking this up. I'm interested. Oh, okay, so you. Oh, this is like. Okay, I'll have to look it up later. I looked up a. Look, it was like Photoshop 1997, and then I looked up. It was a pretty old interface. Yeah, dude, your stuff is just. It gets better and better. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. And we're about to hit some light. We're gonna hit some light up in here. Whoops. Switch there. Okay, so I think that's everybody's favorite part on the nose is to hit that with light because it immediately gives like some pretty good form and definition to the nose. It's fun. It's a little bit too strong of a highlight and it's too thick. Change my brush size. Good lord. Okay, I'm not allowed to drink beer anymore when I do these. Okay. And that's already pretty white around there, so let me just touch it right there. We're going to get prepared to do. I'm trying really hard not to go and do her lips. I'm pretty scared. But. And then actually her jacket could come up here too. Yeah, something like that. What's that? Right there. Talk to myself. Okay. Yeah, I need to look up that mesh. I know about Liquify. I like Liquify. That's a good friend of mine. And if you're spectating and you're, interested in art, um, and you're doing like a value study, which is essentially what this is going to be portrait and value. Something important to take note of is not to go all the way white or all the way black, which is actually pretty much what I've done in the hair. But these are reserved for the hottest of hot lights or the darkest. So you want to be bouncing around between like 20 and 80%. In my opinion, I mean, I guess there are different styles and stuff like that. I mean, who am I to say what the rules should be? But it's a good guideline to go by, I guess. I'll never claim to know it all. I'll just show you how I do things and my thought process behind these kinds of things. All right, let's kind of clean this up here. I did that in pretty big rush, and we're getting kind of close with these values. It's kind of sloppy around here. Whoops. Okay. Here, I'm going to start just giving some details to this coat too, because it's kind of bothering me. A little bit too much, too strong. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Still good. Warp transformation. Is that liquefy? Oh, no, it's something different. Warp transformation. Liquefy is good too. It's good advice. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. What time is it over there? You're Brazil, right? Let's give. We have an eyebrow over there. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and make this eyebrow darker as well. That's pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. And if we look, this eye shape is wrong. So we can even come in here, grab a little 10% and start cleaning this up. All right, not too bad. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what are we at? 49 minutes. Goodness gracious. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to save this, and I went a little bit longer than I'd like to. Usually I do like an hour or two sometimes on live stream, but I think I'm going to call it because I have somewhere I have to be. But thank you guys so much for joining in. Marcelo, Jasper, El Janitza, anybody else that kind of popped in there. Let me see if I missed anybody. No. Okay. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else. So, peace out. Thank you.